I'd like to share with you a project that has kept me busy this summer. Redoing all our fences for our horses, and I'd like to talk to you about the product we're using. It's PowerFlex Fence is the company I've been buying this stuff from. Here's the information on their website. This is the product I'm using, PowerFlex Gold Rope. So I'm going to take a walk around here, show you some of the details of my fencing project. First of all was this 100-foot riding arena. That's all treated wood now, posts and rails. My wife Wendy has stained all this with a black deck stain. That's a brand new gate right there. This was an old gate that was on her property when we moved here. Here's a picture of it. I wire brushed it, sanded it, wiped it down with denatured alcohol, primed it, painted it with green Rust-Oleum paint. Pretty much looks like a brand new gate. Here's a new gate that we bought. So this is a 12-footer. Got a 6-footer on that side of the arena. That old gate I repainted is a 10-footer. Here's the energizer for our fence. It's 9,000 volts. It's inside the barn here. So we no longer have to trip the breaker, turn our fence off. So this one goes under the ground, comes back up here. This is what I call a human gate. It's too narrow for the horses to challenge. The chain is just a feel-good thing for Wendy. The second wire right here goes up over top, comes out this side here. So this way, here's where the PowerFlex braided starts. This way, if a gate's open, I got electricity going out both ways. This is from PowerFlex, some of their hardware. It's got a lag screw, double insulated underground cable. I have a hose clamp, so this takes the tension. We'll be pulling this out of the ground. And then I've come to find I need several wraps for the electricity to pass through. So I've got all my knots to where electricity is passing through. I have 9,000 volts at the energizer, and all the way out in the field I have 7,000, and that's what my meter maxes out at. So here's insulator for wooden posts. So this is inside the wooden fence, and this is the 1/8 inch PowerFlex. This is simply to get the electricity out to the field. These are the lag bolted in tensioners at the corners. So for the 1/8 inch PowerFlex, I have 3 wraps around each overlapped. And get very good transfer of electricity. I have 3 because 3 will fit on that spool. So same deal here. Dig a ditch, ran electric underground. Same setup, tensioning the PowerFlex so the electricity makes good contact on the loops, and Same with the hose clamp, taking the tension so it's not pulling the double wall insulated wire out of the ground. So I set this up as a loop system to the corners, and however far I ran it, like that is a loop. It's looped over the tensioner, it's tied here, but if I get any damage to the fence, I can just replace sections. So coming out of the ground there, that's a section to the corner, tensioned. This is tensioned down here. This is still the 1/8 inch power braid, simply to get the electricity out to here. Here's where the 1/4 inch power braid starts. So I have 2 wraps overlapped on 3. 2 wraps of the 1/4 inch overlapped on 3 laps. 3 wraps of the 1/8 inch. So these are bowline knots. So I'd tie them up. You can't tension a bowline knot, but I tie them and I shift the knot around to where I figure how much tension I want to pull. And I probably pulled about 75 pounds of tension, about that far. 3 wraps with the 1/8 inch, like I said, and then 2 wraps with a 1/4 inch. So here's the 1/4 inch PowerFlex gold braided line going out to the pastures. 2 lines. These are the insulators, heavy duty insulators, ultraviolet resistant for T-posts. So same setup under this gate. Loop system. So the bottom line is not electric. So that's a loop going over to that post in the corner under tension. This one has the electric. So from here, just to carry electricity over to the underground. Same setup. Got the 1/8 inch. 2 lines of 1/4 inch around the pasture. So another ditch, wire under the gate. So here's the chain for the gate, and this wire is hot. So I've wrapped that line with CPVC tube to insulate it. So same deal on this gate. This line is hot, chain was here. So this is the main gate coming in. So since we go in and out of this so much with the horses or bringing a tractor in here, I made this. Here's a look at the latch from the outside. Got this screw here to stop it. Got the offset to stop the travel going in to the hole in the post. So same knot over on this side, 4 wraps. This is the 1/8 inch PowerFlex. Just bring electricity out to this tensioner right here. Same deal here. Bottom strand is not hot. Here we are up on the hill by the run-in shelter. You can see the wooden post in the corner, tensioning down to the barn, and tension from here over to that wooden post. So again, any damage, just replace sections. Just unloop them, pop them off the T-post insulators. Very easy to replace sections of the fence. So here's a post with all 1/4 inch coming in, and you can see I have 2 wraps. Tied the loops up using the bowline knot to where it just makes 2 wraps. Down here using this type of hardware from PowerFlex. And again, no power on this one. So this area I'm walking around inside of is our winter dry lot. So when I got to this back line here, I got the bright idea, since I painted the gate, I should be painting T-posts. And you probably agree with that, how much nicer that looks. Bought some green Rust-Oleum, hunter green, and some white. Came out here before I strung this up, sprayed the post, and used a piece of cardboard, sprayed the white top. So I made a whole bunch more work for myself. Now I got to go back and repaint all my T-posts that I already got done over there. It just looks that nice, it's worth doing. So here we are, walking up through the dry lot here. Over there's the 100-footer. There's the barn. So we just kind of walk the perimeter here. Nice painted green and white posts, look brand new. So doing new fencing and having done other fencing, I decided I didn't want big gates. You got to walk with a big long piece of rope or line to open a gate. So this gate here, if you look over in the distance there in front of the corn, this will be this pasture here. So I got both corner posts, that far corner post, that corner post in, and this gate will open to that pasture. This gate will open to pasture down through here. So for the gates themselves, I went with this idea from my neighbor Isaac. Washer, knot on each end. He had rubber hose. I went with the CVPC tubing and bolo knot and a loop. But short piece like this, no stretch. So here's what I came up with. This is a tension spring. So I have a knot inside the spring. Watch how this works, quite handy. The spring is pulling the tension on the gate. Really nice feel to it, really handy. So to finish our pastures out here, putting in a wood post, here's one with all the hardware, the tensioning spool, and this insulated loop right here for the bottom strand. I got that post in down there. I'm gonna put a post halfway down the line here. I want to run one loop all the way to that far corner. So I have 4 more posts to do. So with my neighbor Isaac, for the 100-footer, use his skid steer with a hydraulic auger, and we put in 26 holes for that 100-footer. And the rest of these I've been digging by hand. And as you can see, down at the arena was sand. Up here, it's post hole digger, the Johnson bar. This is all red clay up here. These are brutal. 4 more to go. So we did 26 holes for the 100-foot arena. For the rest of the fencing, I'm at 27 holes I've done by hand. not counting. 4 more to go. So there you have it, our new fencing. Wood around the barn, 100 footers redone, wood, and 2 strands all the way around, electric PowerFlex gold rope fencing. Nice look to it all.